Good afternoon, everyone. So today we'll tackle about humanistic nursing theory.
The first author of this theory is Josephine G. Paterson. She was born on September 1, 1924, in Freeport, New York. She graduated at Lenox Hill Hospital School of Nursing and St. John's University. She received her master's degree from Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health in Baltimore, Maryland. She also received her Doctor of Nursing Science in 1969 from Boston University School of Nursing in Boston, Massachusetts, where she specialized in mental health and psychiatric nursing. Patterson conceptualized and taught nursing to graduate students, staff, and faculty in a variety of settings. She also served on the faculty at the State University of New York at Stony Brook. Paterson retired in 1985 as a clinical nurse specialist at Northport Veterans Administration Medical Center at Northport, New York. The other author of this theory is Loretta Zderad. She was born in June 7, 1925 in Chicago, Illinois. Zderad graduated at St. Bernard's Hospital School of Nursing and of Loyola University. She received her Master of Science degree from Catholic University in Washington, D.C., and a Doctor of Philosophy from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., in the year 1968. Zderad taught in several universities and has led groups on humanistic nursing. Just like Patterson, Zderad also served as a faculty of the State University of New York at Stony Brook. She retired in 1985 at the age of 60 as the Associate Chief for Nursing Education at the Northport Veterans Administration Medical Center in Northport, New York.
Overview of the theory. Many models or approaches to nursing look at the patient as a whole person rather than simply an illness or injury. This approach or this view is called the holistic or humanistic approach. It helps foster mental and emotional health in addition to physical health, as it is grounded in the belief that patients can grow in a healthy and creative way when provided with love and care. Joseph P. Patterson and Loretta Zderad were the main contributors to the model. Paterson and Zderad believed that nursing education should be founded in experience and that a nurse's training should focus as much on the nurse's ability to relate to and interact with patients as a scientific and medical background. In typology, this is the nurseology Before we proceed, we need to discuss these two terms, because in Paterson and Zderad's humanistic nursing theory, both humanism and existentialism are key components. Humanism is an attempt to take a broader perspective of the individual's potential and tries to understand everyone from the context of their own personal lives, while existentialism is a philosophical approach to understanding life. It's the belief that thinking begins with the human, the feeling, acting, living individual. Existentialism emphasizes the individual's free choice, self-determination, and self-responsibility. These two terms are key components in the nursing theory that Peterson and Zderad Paterson and Zderad developed the 5 phases of the nursing process. 1. Preparation of the nurse knower for coming to know. In this stage, nurse acts as an investigator who willingly takes risks and has an open mind. The nurse must be an risk taker and be willing to experience anything, accepting the decision to approach a known entity. Step 2. Nurse knowing of the other intuitively. In this stage, nurse tries to understand the other, as in the I-thou relationship, where the nurse is the I does not superimpose themselves on the thou of the patient. Phase 3. Nurse knowing the other scientifically. In this phase, the nurse as the observer must observe and analyze from the outside. At this stage, nurse goes from intuition to analysis, where analysis is the sorting, comparing, contrasting, relating, interpreting, and categorizing data. In this stage, the nurse forgoes any form of intuition learned from the phase 2 and instead substitutes it for analysis and data. Phase 4. Nurse complementarily synthesizing known others. The ability of the nurse to develop or see themselves as a source of knowledge, to continually develop the nursing community through education and increased understanding of their own learned experience. And finally, Phase 5. Succession within the nurse from the many to the paradoxical one. In this stage, the nurse takes the information gleaned and applies it in the practical clinical setting. Here, the nurse takes and brings the dilemma towards resolution.
Meta-paradigm of the humanistic nursing theory. Person. Patient is perceived as an individual and each situation as unique. Human beings as a being, holistic in nature, dynamic, aware and multidimensional, capable of abstract thought, creativity and capable of taking responsibility. An open energy field which have a special life experiences. Persons are to be valued, to be respected, nurtured, and understood with the right to make informed choices regarding their health may include families and communities. Health. Paterson and Zderad did not see health as the absence of disease or an attainable end goal. Instead, they describe it as a resource that patients can use to help realize their own potential. Health is valued as necessary for survival and is often proposed as goal for nursing. Environment. The environment is seen as the time and space where the events are happening and nursing experience take place. Environment represents the place where the service is delivered, the community of world. Place is another component of space, but it is more personalized. It belongs to the patient or nurse and is highly subjective. Nursing. Paterson and Zderad defined nursing as a lived experience between human beings. It is an evolving, affecting, and helping relationship in which the patient and nurse engage in a dialogue. They emphasize the importance of the nurse being aware of herself and of the client as unique human beings and of understanding the individual perspective, identity, experiences, condition, and needs of each patient. That would be all. Thank you.